Oh, look. Draven made another bully figure. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. This is my figure review for Ms. Danvers. Kind of the headmaster's secretary. Definitely all infatuated with him and wants to do everything she can to, make sure everybody behaves and obeys him. Quite annoying, really. But decided to make her, wanted to make a bully figure last year. And I wasn't sure who to make, so I was kind of going through what I had and mentioned before I hadn't finished one of the prefects, but just wasn't feeling him, didn't feel the creative flow going, wanting to try to finish that figure. But kind of looking through things, I had a Stephanie McMahon figure, a Jax figure, and one of the new ones. So what I did was took the head off of the Jax figure, put it on the newer Stephanie McMahon figure. And here we go. So not a lot of sculpting on her. I actually sculpted on the white sleeves near the hands, the collar, and the hair. Other than that, everything was airbrushed on and painted. I might have actually put the necklace on there too. I can't quite remember. But without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look. So a little bit different than the previous figures I have done because she's one of the body is of the Mattel line. So it's going to have the articulation you'd expect from a basic Mattel figure. We have basically our up and down with the arm shoulder joints, and they will actually also turn as well. And then if you notice, we have a joint here that will allow the arm to turn away from the shoulder joint. Typical single jointed elbows on the figure, as well as just articulation in the wrist. We don't have any left and right. If you notice, there is no joint on the hand there. So basically the wrists just swivel, and that goes true for both sides. Same thing with this arm, but quite a bit of decent articulation in the arms for a basic Jax figure as well. I think some of the lady figures they have, like Lana and Stephanie, kind of had a little bit more of this extra joint up here towards the armpit for this part of the arm, where the other basic figures do not. So as you can see, I did not paint the eyes on this one. I left them how they were. I did sculpt the hair. Remember thinking about kind of how strange her hair was, but was ultimately pretty happy with how the sculpt turned out. Getting better and better at hair. I've seen a lot of people out there that are just amazing at sculpting action figure hair. So once again, can't say anything yet about what figure I am making for this year's Secret Santa, but quite an extensive amount of hair. So I have really kind of gotten out of my comfort zone with hair on her. Got a little bit of confidence in doing some things, some stuff I've seen online, and feel like it's some of the best I've done. But anyway, that has nothing to do with this figure. She's going to have, I believe, just your general swivel at the waist. Once upon a time, I had a black skirt, but I actually went ahead and just airbrushed this one. One thing I've noticed, I don't know if you guys can see or not, but it's actually the paint's starting to crack a bit because it is a kind of a rubber-like material under here. But ultimately, if it gets too bad, I could probably find another figure at the flea market and get an actual black skirt to put that on here so I don't have to worry about the paint. But once again, mainly on display. I'm not sitting around playing bully, and if I am, it is of the video game variety on the TV, not the figures. But once again, hip will swivel, as well as we just have, there you can kind of really see the paint cracking as I'm moving the legs back and forth. So don't want to do that too much, but single jointed knee. And you notice I didn't really fill in any of the pegs on these. I've gotten on some of my Summer Swap and Secret Santa figures, I've gotten really good about dremeling these out and actually flatten them out so you don't see the joints in the legs and arms, and the same thing with the ankles here. She doesn't have any swivel joints, just basically your hinge joint left and right, or forward and back, I should say, with the feet. So all in all, pretty much quite a basic figure, but I remembered wanting to add to the bully line as I hadn't done one in a while, so I made her about this time last year when I was actually making the Raven figure for last year's Secret Santa. So I'm noticing I'm going to have to tighten up those leg joints because she is not wanting to stand right now. So, of course you can't behave while I'm doing a review. That is Ms. Danvers. Hope you enjoyed the video. We will see you next time, hopefully. Thank you so much. Bye-bye now.